they all lived happily ever after. Don't worry, I won't be gone long, but I have to make sure that you're safe. So rest well in that dreamland of yours, and all will be alright in the morning. Good night, Alice. Rest well, my child. What the devil was that? Better not be some sort of animal from the forest. Sort of a bear would dare. What is that? Oh, it better not be. Excuse me? I don't know what your business is, but you better come out right now. I'm not joking around. This is private property, and if you dare trespass here once again, I will prosecute you. You understand this, don't you? When I'm asking you something, it's best to respond with a proper... What? This hole... It can't be. It all seems... Is it by a badger or a rabbit or... Oh, fatuous day, Calloo Calais, the journey's halfway there, and it's time to play. Some call imagination madness. Sometimes all the best are mad. But don't let the madness consume you. No, don't let it overcome you. Lest you face the horrors that hide within the wonders of Wonderland. The Doctor and Fenton once again find themselves travelling through the parallel vortex, trying to find their way back, but to no success. The TARDIS had landed to have our heroes find themselves at a garden party, where a wedding was about to begin, and that is where the Doctor would meet Alice Ravenwood. The Doctor seemed very familiar to Alice, but not even he knows why. As she returned to the party, the Doctor notices a flash of bright fur rush past the bushes, but would follow Alice just to see if she is safe. The man that Alice would marry is a con man, not the kind of person you'd see together with a lady of the manor. To put Alice's mind at ease, the Doctor releases horses onto the field. Now, with time to escape, Alice went to get to know more about the Doctor. Alice said that her father's home was part of the marriage deal. If the house gets sold, then all he worked for out in the frontier would be lost forever. And someday, Alice would like to travel the world and see the beauty that comes with it out of the open sea. Alice thought she was going mad, but so was the Doctor. But just then, the Doctor and Alice heard something outside, screaming, and saw that everyone in the party had disappeared. Only rabbit holes remained. No one knows why or how it happened, but with no witnesses, the police believe that Alice did it, and could be charged and even sanctioned for mass murder. Determined to get her mother back as well as the guests at the party, Alice would do anything to save them. And the Doctor and Fenton were there to help her as well. The Doctor used his sonic screwdriver to scan the rabbit holes. Their readings was beyond insane. It was an alien, but something else. That flash of fur appeared once again, leading the Doctor and Alice to chase after it. They were met with surprise when they saw a white rabbit with a watch, but was soon thrown down a hole by the rabbit, telling them to end this madness. The Doctor and Alice were falling ever slowly, and then landed in a strange room, a room that was quite familiar to Alice, as she witnessed the millions of doors before her. The Doctor and Fenton have seen this before, and so did Alice. As the Doctor looked around, Alice found two items, a drink that makes you smaller and a cake that makes you taller. It was most peculiar, curiouser and curiouser perhaps, but both Alice and the Doctor worked together to get the key and open the door to a land of pure imagination. It was there Alice uttered a single word: Wonderland. Both the Doctor and Alice were quite familiar with the story, but never did it look so real and so nightmarish. Before they could figure out their next move, the Cheshire Cat appears to keep the two in the loop and to welcome Alice back home. The Queen of Hearts has taken over and turned Wonderland into a wasteland of chaos and cruelty, and only Alice could stop her. And though confused, Alice asks how can it be done? Once they found the Hatter, all will be crystal clear, providing they would avoid the Queen's guards and beware of the Jabberwock. After going through Wonderland, Alice regains a few memories of her time as a toddler, and that she was here before. It was impossible, but the Doctor tried to help her make sense of it all, until Tweedledee and Tweedledum stood in their way and tried to kill them. But with quick wit, the twins had knocked each other out cold. Our hero's next goal was to find the caterpillar. He would tell more on what is going on in this wonderland of theirs. But the caterpillar was fading to dust. He didn't have long, but the Doctor, Fenton, and Alice were told what they needed to know. Wonderland was completely taken over by the Red Queen in fury of her husband's death. She unleashed the Jabberwocky to crush, incinerate, and then stole Wonderland's greatest treasure. They must find it, and stock up with pieces of mushroom he had sat on before fading to dust. Continuing their way to the Red Queen, the Doctor, Alice, and Fenton finally met the Mad Hatter, who bears a familiar face. Once again, Jonathan Mercer's face appeared. The Doctor demanded to know why he's here, who he was, and why was he following him. The Hatter has no idea, as he's been here all this time. The hare and the dormouse passed away a long time ago. Alice puts the Hatter's mind at ease and asks what they need to know about the Red Queen. The Hatter states that the Queen is planning on using Wonderland's treasure to make all of it perfect. Now to do that, she needs one last requirement: Alice herself. Before they could say anything, the Hatter leaves, leaving the Doctor and Alice to pass out from the tea that he had spiked as the two were captured.
I'm terribly sorry to leave you with such questions, Doctor. I know it's bland. Perhaps I'll tell you more if you escape the hell of Wonderland.
They awoke in the Queen's palace and stood before the Red Queen herself, bound with handcuffs, to which the Red Queen was revealed to be Alice's mother, Scarlet. With Wonderland's treasure in her possession and Alice in the palm of her hand, all the universe would be painted red. Alice thought that she could escape by growing in size, but she was stopped and absorbed by the Jabberwocky. The Red Queen reveals that this Alice was born from the Jabberwocky's power to lure the Doctor and obtain the TARDIS to make her plan work. The Doctor asked if she was one of the two new gods of the Pantheon, but she laughs and says that she is well beyond that. With quick thinking from Fenton, he and the Doctor fled the card guards and followed the readings to find Wonderland's treasure to see what it truly is. That being a younger version of Alice encased in suspended animation. The Jabberwocky sealed her real self away, the part of her that was full of wonder. A side her mother tried to lock away. But they couldn't take her out. Not without reuniting both Alices together. To save her, the Doctor challenges the Jabberwocky to a duel. The Red Queen found this very amusing, but only gave the Doctor a shield to make things fun for her. Fighting the Jabberwocky was never an easy task, nor was it his plan. It was to reunite the two Alices together, for the forces of good and evil were too strong as Wonderland begins to collapse. Alice's mind, overrun with madness, and was about to die along with Wonderland. The Doctor was left with an impossible choice, but had to do what needs to be done. He said his goodbyes and best wishes to the current Alice, and stands, along with embracing the younger Alice.
Alice Ravenwood, you've been asleep for far too long, trapped in a dream. The world can be so cruel to dreams, never really giving you a chance to breathe. But dreams save people and take us beyond the stars. I have a way to save yours, but I can never see you again. You can never know I existed, because you be locked away forever for knowing someone like me. It will be sad, but like all dreams, there's hope. Another dream is right around the corner. I'll always be with you, but a dream I must be. A dream I must remain. Goodbye, Alice.
With both Alices waking up, everything was bright, everything was normal, and Alice was home. But she couldn't remember what happened. She never remembered the Doctor, didn't believe he was real, in fact, but he was there, watching her in secret. The Jabberwocky tried to make her two selves fade away. To save her, the memories she had made with the Doctor and Wonderland had to be erased. It was upsetting, but it had to be done. And thankfully Alice was able to live a happy life, one not controlled by anyone, free as the wind and swift as the sea. Alice may have forgotten the Doctor, but he will never forget her, as the two went their separate ways.
We got a new single. I'm sure it's this one. Doctor? Doctor? Doctor, are you alright?